Hey guys, today we're going to discuss valuable trades and whether it is worth it or not worth it. So, valuable trade, but I mean trading a ship is essentially sacrificing your own ship for another one or more ships. Usually a bad idea, but it can be a good play if there's certain conditions met. There's certain ships that are more influential than your ship. If you're playing a low tier battleship and you're fighting a high tier destroyer or a high tier battleship that's much healthier than you are, if you're on like 1000 health and you can ram that gross to curve first for 90k, go for it, That's the sort of trade you'd get. That's a valuable trade. Another valuable trade is getting rid of a legendary boat, and you're not in a legendary boat and you're not as influential. Like example here, Shimakaze, incredibly valuable trade. If you manage to get that kill, even at the cost of my own life, it would be a valuable trade. Fletcher and Akazuki could still carry this game, yes, but getting rid of Shimakaze is a very good trade. Though, that being said, if possible, you don't want to make the trade, you just want to kill the ship. So, you don't want to die, don't get me wrong, you don't want to die, but if you're in a situation where you can either kill him and die, or not get any shots on him and stay alive, it might be worth to kill him and die, depending on the situation of the game here. Right now, straight off the bat, probably not worth it, but legendary Shimakaze is very influential to the game. Just like this Yamato here is very influential. They don't have a Yamato. We have 2 legendary ships. They have 1 legendary ship. That Yamato, enemy battleship, trading for that Yamato will be very valuable, because the Yamato is incredibly powerful as a battleship against other battleships. So that would be a very good trade for the enemy team. Trading in Amalfi for trading, like if I'm my Fletcher over there in the enemy team tried to kill me and YOLO'd me, it's not worth a trade, because an Amalfi is not that influential in the game in comparison to a destroyer. Trading 1 for 1, it's not great, you shouldn't do it, but if you're going to die anyway, then might as well. But then it becomes a valuable trade, because if this Richelieu is, like example, that Richelieu, full health, fights a Bismarck who's on 1000 health. If the Bismarck manages to get him, that's a valuable trade. If the Richelieu rams the Bismarck when the Richelieu's full health and the Bismarck's on like on like 1000 health, it's a bad trade. It's a negative thing. If your whole team traded positively, then you'd win the game. Period, because you'd be trading more valuable ships. In this game, I don't actually do that well according to damage numbers, but I pull off valuable trades here. So, spotted in the cap, I've got a very good detection, as you can see, so in the Amalfi, so it's definitely something. If I were to got the AP, I would like to shoot the HE, but I didn't realise at the time. Definitely a destroyer in this near this cap. Now he's not captured right away. Okay, there we go. Shimakaze. Alright, rushing him now. If I can get rid of the Shimakaze, it's a very valuable trade for the team. And I really... Oh, hold on a minute. Can we dodge this? Ooh, okay. Very good. Feel on fire after that one. That was brilliant. The Shimakaze is a very dangerous ship. Every torpedo can do 20k, 25k, excluding torpedo protection. Can rip our Yamato apart, can rip our whole team apart if he wants to, if he plays really well. So yeah, that Shimakaze is terrifying, and he is incredibly valuable to kill. So yeah, well worth trading an Amalfi for, but obviously best case scenario is not to die while doing this. But for me, if I've got him right now, I've got him right by the hairs. He's not taking any ships down. He is essentially a value less. Every ship right now, unless they've done damage or killed something, is a value less. There's no value in their ships until you've done something. Use that potential damage. So this Shimakaze right now is struggling because he's not done any real damage to anybody. Nothing at all really, and he's already very low. And we finished him off. There we go. We didn't need the torpedoes, but they're just an insurance, just in case. Use the rolling smoke. Try your best to disengage. We've actually survived this. We've traded like 10k health, but without the heal, just assume we don't have a heal, for Shimakaze. That's a very valuable trade. If you trade positively the whole game, you should win most games, assuming your player base is somewhat competent. Now that's a lot of assumptions to be made. Fortunately though, this key is AFK. If he wasn't AFK, my chances of actually living past that engagement probably would not be very high. But even so, it was worth the risk. Definitely worth the risk to get rid of that. Their only legendary boat and their most powerful destroyer. So yeah, let's try our best to disengage from here. Bismarck secondary is lighting me up. Key's still keeping me spotted. Cleveland's over there. A lot of danger here. Cleveland again, valuable. Tier 7 cruiser, massive DPM, incredibly annoying to enemy battleships and even to enemy cruisers in a brawl situation. Very, very powerful. So if we can get rid of him without taking much damage in return, that's a very valuable trade. As you see, switching to AP, he's giving me a relative broadside. He's a little bit angled, but this is Italian AP, so we should have some good results. He's giving the flat out even nicer. Just the 1 Citadel, 5 over pens because that's Italian. 3 pens though, surprisingly very good salvo for the Italians. Double fire. I want to burn damage control, but he's going to set me again maybe, so let's just hold off as much as possible. Can we get those shots over the island? We really appreciate it. I really needed him to die, but alright, gotta burn damage control now. A little bit too much damage I'm taking. Fire some torpedoes. Always worth firing the Amalfi torpedoes. There, Pilder. Someone built an island there, sorry. Always worth firing the Amalfi torpedoes, because you never know. It does take time. Oh, there we go. Final hit was Citadel. Of course it was. And he does set me on fire once. That's because I waited the damage control. But single fire is much better than 2 fires. Spotted again, by the way. And I believe the Akazuki is over on our right hand side. That's why I've got torpedoes ready to be sent that way. These are very slow torpedoes. I probably should get a bit more lead, but I'll fire where I can. So far, I have traded half my health for a legendary destroyer and a tier 7 DPM monster, the Cleveland. Very strong ships. It's a radar cruiser number 1 as well. Our Akazuki is actually putting in work. You see this? Our destroyer is almost free to do what you want. There's still an enemy in Akazuki about. Fletcher's been taken out. The Shimakaze, as we know, have been taken out. Can we get this cap and secure this cap as well? I want to vacate this area, but I can't. I gotta stay in the cap. Spotted. Akazuki over here. Damage to destroyer. Well worth it. Another island. Same island again, unfortunately. I'm really trying to disengage, but I got the cap. That's all I wanted to do. I needed that cap. The cap was really important. That's our only cap as well. Very essential cap. Alright. Damaged the Akazuki pretty significantly, and that's a very effective trade right there, because the Akazuki is a gunboat, not a really good torpedo boat at all. Oh, there we go, he's taken out because he has so little health to play with. You can't really effectively gun with that much health. Unfortunately for me though, he does have torpedoes. He may not be a gunboat, but he does have torpedoes. He is a gunboat as well, but he does have torpedoes, and that's me taking out. So that is effectively a trade for the last destroyer. And as you see, I've just fast forwarded the game there, just let's cycle through the rest of the game there. And because of that, you can see there that Akazuki's had free reign to do what he wants. The battleships are not contested by destroyers, so they can just go forward to tanking, and their team just went down and crumbled. And I didn't do much damage. Look at that, top of the board. Top of the board. I took down 2 ships and badly damaged the third destroyer. See that? Shimakaze got nothing, got no value out of his ship. There we go, only 43,000, top of the board, nearly 3k base XP. That's the value of trading well. So hope this helps, and catch you next time. Bye for now.